So have you ever thought of giving your child a gift of a European citizenship? I certainly have. This year, I'm planning to surprise my son with something truly extraordinary, an EU passport. Why European citizenship? Well, besides being an incredible present, it's a strategic move. With European citizenship, my son can have access to higher education in Europe at a fraction of the cost compared to other Indians who are planning to send their children to study in Europe. It's like making an investment in his future, a sort of financial planning that opens up a world of opportunities abroad. What do you call it? I cannot get the word. The Rohit Sharma ad in which he keeps saying, Sahi hai, Sahi hai. Yes, SIP. So this is like an SIP where I would secure my child's future. Only I call it SEP. So ever wondered why your parents didn't give you a European citizenship? Well, here's a twist. They might have unconsciously laid the groundwork for you, and you just don't know how to go about it. Even today when I see Goa, it looks and feels like a souvenir of Portuguese in India. And when they left India, they didn't just bid farewell to us. In fact, at one point of time, the Portuguese considered us, Goans, as a part of their territory, which means we were one of them. So when they left India, they didn't just bid farewell to us. They said to us Goans, come to our country and we'll make you our legal citizens. Some Goans left and some stayed. But they also said that people born before 1961 or in this year would be considered Portuguese citizens. So there's a chance that your parents or grandparents were registered as Portuguese citizens. Now you can also use their Portuguese documents for your European citizenship and passport. So let's dive deeper to know how you can start the process of your birth registration after liberation. This process is suitable for those parents who were born before 1961 in Goa. I'm saying this because you will need the documents related to your parents' birth and marriage. So make sure you have your notebooks ready right now. For this phase, you might need to dig up your grandparents' birth certificates, their marriage certificates, and baptism certificates. So the necessary documents you need to start this process to register your parents or grandparents before liberation are a certified copy of your parents' or grandparents' birth certificate and the birth theod from the Portuguese record books, the death certificate if applicable. For the Portuguese connection documents, you may need to collect 2 or more old documents that demonstrate your connection with Portugal. These can include an old Portuguese passport, a para viagem, birth theod of either your parents or grandparents, or a marriage theod of your parents or grandparents, a residency certificate between 1974 to 1975 to state that during this time you were in India, true copies of your passport and Aadhaar card. These documents will specify your identity as per the Indian government records, and a certified copy of your birth certificate. Searching for these documents, especially the birth and marriage certificate years, within the phone records from the archives and the churches could be an exhausting and lengthy task. And if you feel finding all these documents won't be feasible for you, or you just don't have the time for this, worry not, because we will help you search the documents. So make sure to book a one-on-one call with me where I will answer your questions for 20 minutes straight and also tell you how we can help you find these documents. I've been through all these processes myself, hence I know all the nooks and corners. So when the birth registration process before liberation has been completed, you then need to register the marriage. Now, I have already covered this topic in my previous video, so you may click on the link above to have a look. So moving on to the process for your birth registration after liberation. The process for birth registration before liberation might have been a bit of a difficult process, but after liberation process is a cakewalk. For those people who have no idea whether they have any chance of getting a hint of their family lineage related to this opportunity of Portuguese citizenship, will get their answers in this section. There was a time when I didn't realize that my family lineage could have been so instrumental in obtaining my citizenship. However, once I became aware of this, I leveraged this to secure my European citizenship. You can also watch my Portuguese citizenship journey to the video in the link mentioned above. So if your parents or grandparents have already gone through the hassle of transcribing their birth and marriages, you've hit the jackpot. This is going to be a game changer for you when it comes to the citizenship process. Now let's start discussing the important documents you need to start your process. Number one, a certified copy of your birth certificate. That's your Indian birth certificate. Now, this proves your identity and is the foundation of your application. A valid copy of your passport and your Aadhaar card, a copy of the assento di nacimiento, that's the birth record of your parents or grandparents, and a copy of the assento di casamento, that's the marriage record of your parents or grandparents. So once you've gathered all these documents, you can kick off the next step of the process. And this is how you can start your registration process so that once you become a Portuguese citizen, then you can pass on this gift to your child. Now, we're also getting questions on how to find missing documents. Or what if the name written on the documents are different? To answer all these questions, I'm bringing a special video where I will tell you how you can tackle these situations. Also, feel free to comment below if you have any questions, then I'll be happy to help you resolve them. Until then, see you in the next video.